Thank you. I forgot. Yes, always remind me to record. Thank you, Miss Pierce. Okay, so, but yes, today we're going to start something new. So we are going to do on relationships. So if you go to our classroom page, which is now that I'm back to work, I got to relearn how to use all my stuff over here. We are going to, I have posted your vocabulary quiz for today. Okay. You have your quiz for Unit 8. We are going to look at a song and we'll go over what I mean by this and what we're going to do here. You're going to take a little quiz and then you guys are going to read this article, and there's a couple activities here that you're going to do for homework. Okay, so we got a lot to cover today. Hopefully we'll be able to get through most of it. A song. Yes, a song. A song. So I've had it in my head all morning too, because I've been singing it in my head. Yes, once I get a song in my head, it doesn't go away. So, so we're gonna look at a song. We like to sing in our English class. We like to sing. So anyway, so let's take a look at our PowerPoint slides for today. So let's look at relationships. All right. So, what do you guys think of when you hear the word relationship? What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of when you hear the word relationship? What is that? What is that? What do you think of? Make a list of the different kinds, and you can say it in the chat. You can say the things in the chat that you think of. What kind of words come to mind when you think of the word relationship? Two people, friendships, couples, okay? Friends, mother, a couple, communication. What else? The way you interact with someone. All right. What else? Couples, relation and ships. Okay, goofball. God. Okay, very good. Anything else? Okay, what about, so as teenagers, as ninth graders, those are relationships that I could think of as you would come across. So you would come across relationships like couples, like girlfriends and boyfriends, like relationships with your parents, things like that. Older people like me, like old people, like I'm an old lady. So according to you guys, I'm an old lady. I don't think I'm that old, but you know, I'm probably old to you. But I think of relationships like the relationships I have with, thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. I'm older than you think. So the relationships I would think about my relationships with my coworkers, or my relationships with my students, or relationships with my my own children, or relationships with my peers and things like that. So Sean, you're actually pretty close. So, but not quite. I'm actually older than that, Sean. I got Sean guessing how old I am. Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway, so anyway, so yeah, I mean, so the relationships that you have with people are different depending on who you are and what experiences that you've had in life and things like that. Okay, so that's all, and it takes it's the kind of perspective that we have on things, and we're going to move on to that as well as we go through. Okay, so think back to the single story. Okay, think back to the danger of the single story that we had. Okay, so what is the power of having or telling a single story? All right. What is the power in having or telling a single story? What if the idea of a relationship was just coming from my opinion? How would it differ from yours? Hannah's dog wants to participate in class today. Or Hannah's dog does not want her to participate in class today. One of the two. I'm not sure. Now it's got a cute little face looking at all like, I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. No one has the same opinion, so every story would be different, right? So in other words, every relationship could be different, right? Everyone's opinion on what a relationship could be would be different, right? Right, in theory? Okay, all right. So, and what is the danger of that? We talked about that with a single story. What's the danger of that single story? What's the danger of having that single story? It's the only side you get to see, right, Sean? It's the only side you get to see, or you could hurt someone else, right, Maria? So, and it's the kind of the same thing for relationships, right? So if you only see that one side, then you're only able to see that one version, right? Right? Yeah. You guys still with me? You guys hanging on? I can't tell if y'all are still with me here. Okay. All right. Are we awake? Is everyone awake? Okay. All right. So is it possible for two or more to experience the same event but have two different experiences? You think that's possible? Yeah? 100%. Okay. So I've got Sean and Maria that say yes. Yes, 100%. Okay. So like, okay, Sean and Maria are good examples. They live in the same house. Do you think that the two of you could actually have the same experience, but talk and say, this happened this way, and the other one says this happened over here this way? You think you guys have two different stories all the time? When don't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys are brother and sister. Of course. When don't you have the same story? Absolutely. You guys have different stories all the time. So yeah. So absolutely. Kara, Jessica, I mean, I'm sure that never happens to you guys. You guys always have the same story all the time. You guys never fight, right? You guys always see things the same way. Yeah. Oh, it's always Bree. She sees it differently. So see, things can happen and it's just everyone sees it differently. It's the same situation. You're just looking at it from a different way. So what do you think makes it different? What makes that experience different? What makes it different? What makes the same thing that's happening, the same problem that's going on, what makes it different from each person's point of view? What makes it different? The person makes it different, okay? The person that it's happening to makes it different, all right? And why does it matter who's telling the story? Why does it matter who's telling the story? Depending on who's telling the story. Why does it matter? If you and your parents got into an argument, why does it matter if you're telling the story or if your parents are telling the story? Why does it matter? Because you know that you're right and your parents know that they're right. So why does it matter who's telling the story? Why does it matter? Because you want to be right, okay? Because you want to be right, or because everyone has a different way of looking at things, okay? Everyone has a different perspective. It's called perspective, okay? So there's a saying that some people say sometimes, perspective is your reality, all right? So it may not be what happened, but it's your reality. It's what happened in your mind. It's what you believe actually happened, okay? So you may see it one way, whereas someone else sees it a different way. And that's why they always say there's two sides to every story, okay? Sometimes there's 3 or 4 sides to every story. All right. So let's take a look at this quote. Let's take a look at this quote. There are no facts, only interpretations. It's pretty deep, huh? That's pretty deep. There are no facts, only interpretations. I highly suggest you don't use this argument on your parents because that will just make them madder. Okay. But there are no facts, only interpretations. Let's talk about this. What do you think this means? What do you think this means? Interpretations means ideas or ways of looking at things. Okay, there's no facts, just different points of view. Nothing is correct, only perspectives. Okay. Anyone else? Shelby, Chase, do you guys have any ideas? If everyone is telling a different story based on their own opinions, no one will ever know the true story. Okay. Okay. There's always different ways of looking at that story. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So you guys are on the right track here. And so you guys are looking at this in the correct way. So perspective, it's all about perspective. And perspective, have you all ever heard of perspective before? Raise your hand. It's perspective. Anyone, have you all heard of the word perspective before? Some of you have, some of you haven't. Okay. So like I said, it's just a way of looking at something. It's a way that people view things and view the world around them and view things that are going on, whether it's an argument that happened or whether it's what's happening in like at this moment in time. Like I can explain things in class, okay? I can go over and think that I gave the perfect lesson in class. You know, as teachers, we do this all the time. And we plan these lessons and we work really hard and sometimes I'll spend weeks working on a lesson plan and I'll spend, you know, and I'll get videos ready and I'll get things together and I will just have this perfect, beautiful plan together. And then I'll have the students come up and be like, I have no idea what you just talked about. And I'll think it's wonderful and perfect and I got my point across. And from my perspective, it was perfect and wonderful and beautiful. But from their perspective, they're going like, Ms. Cox, I have no idea what you just said. Anyone have a teacher who's done that before? Anyone have a teacher who's like, they thought they gave a lesson and they knew what they talked about and you're just like, I have no idea what that teacher was talking about. Okay. So I've had teachers who've done that. So it happens. Okay. I've done it. And so from my perspective, I might be thinking I'm giving a great lesson and then I have students who come back and say, Ms. Cox, I have no idea what you were talking about. So it's all about how we are viewing information that is going on in the world around us at that time. So, and that's why we ask questions and we investigate so that we can understand what's happening around us. Okay. So that we do have the correct information and that we do have the right perspective of the people that are trying to give us information. Okay. So, all right, let's move on. All right. So again, in regards to reading and English and things like that, perspective refers to how narrators, characters, or speakers see their circumstances, just as you do, okay? Point of view, so point of view, we talked about that. Point of view refers to the position from which a narrator or speaker relates to the events of a story, all right? Everyone understand those two things? Everyone's good? Clear? No one's got a different perspective or point of view about what we got? Are we good? Yay. All right. So we're going to practice, and we're not going to do this in partners because we're not in a classroom, but we're going to do this together. So we're going to work on, if you will go to your classroom page, let me go back here. On your classroom page, this is a song called Just Give Me a Reason by Pink. Anyone ever heard of it? Yeah, see? Just give me a reason. Yeah, I can't sing. But anyway, who is Pink? Sean, you are no longer my friend. Okay, who is Pink?
Agreed. Breaking my heart. Breaking my high school freshman heart.
Oh, Sean, disappointment, disappointment. Who is Pink? Ah, okay. So anyway, I hope that's a joke. I really hope that was a joke, Sean. I hope that was a joke. Yes, that is your brother, Maria. That is your brother. You own that. You own that. That is your brother. Okay. So anyway, as we go back, let's look at Just Give Me a Reason by Pink. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the top here. Okay. And I'm going to kind of flip back and forth here. And what I want us to do is we're not working with a partner here, but we're going to read the lyrics and we're going to determine who the speaker is for each stanza. And and I want you to explain how you know. Okay. So, and we only got a little bit of time left. We got about, to see, 15 minutes. So actually we got more than I thought. So I'm going to read through this the first time. And then the second time, we're going to start working on this together. What we don't finish, you're going to do on your own. Okay? Does that make you guys with me? What we don't finish, you guys are going to do on your own. And then you guys are also going to finish the rest of the work on Classroom on your own as well. Okay? So that'll be the literary terms quiz and the relationship article and activities. Okay? We cool? Everybody got that? Yeah? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. All right. So, does everybody have this open on their classroom so that you guys we can work some of it together? All right. So, I'm going to read this through the first time. Right from the start, you were a thief. You stole my heart. And I, your willing victim. I let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty. And with every touch, you fixed them. And now you've been talking in your sleep. Oh. The things you've never said to me. Oh. Tell me that you've had enough of our love. Just give me a reason. Just a little bit's enough. Just a second. We're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. It's in the stars. It's been written in the scars up on our hearts. We're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. I'm sorry, I don't understand where all this is coming from. I thought that we were just fine. I thought we were fine. Oh, we had everything. Your head is running wild again. My dear, we still have everything. And it's all in your mind. Yeah, but this is happening. You've been having real bad dreams. Oh, oh. You used to lie so close to me. Oh, oh. There's nothing more than empty sheets between our love, our love. Oh, our love, our love. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. My lights just went off. I never stopped. You're still written in the scars on my heart. We're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. Oh, tear ducts and rust, I'll fix it for us. We're collecting dust, but our love's enough. You're holding it in, you're pouring a drink. No, nothing's as bad as it seems. We'll come clean. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. It's in the stars, it's been written in the scars on our hearts that we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent. And we can learn to love again. It's in the stars, it's been written in the scars on our hearts that we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. Oh, we can learn to love again. Oh, we can learn to love again. Oh, that we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. Okay, so, hang on, I gotta turn on my lights. I gotta move, my lights went off. Okay, so that's really hard to do without the song in the background because it sounds weird without the song. But,
I was just thinking while you were reading, I was like, all I keep hearing is the tempo and the beat in the back of my head.
I know, that was really hard not to do it without the song. Makes me want to play the song. But if we had like a full class period, I would play the song and everything, but we don't have the full class period and everything. So, and I want to make sure that we get some time to do like the work and everything. So who do you think is the speaker that's talking in here? So right from the start, you were a thief who stole my heart, and I, your willing victim. I let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty, and with every touch, you fixed them. So who do you think the speaker is? So remember, we're looking at this time to see who the speaker is, and the speaker changes and explain how we know, okay? So who's the speaker? Okay, the lady in the story. Okay, so we're gonna say Pink. Pink. How do we know this? How do we know this? She says I. Well, how do we know it's not a dude? I mean, it says it's featuring Nate Ruess. I can't say his name, but how do we know it's not him? Okay, so, okay, I have two people now that are saying the word pretty. They say that she's saying the word pretty. So you let me see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty. Okay, so does a guy say that word? I've let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty. I mean, do guys say that very often? So no, not really. I mean, not real. I mean, my boys at home have not said that very often. I mean, they may say it to be silly, but they don't say it very often. So I would probably say that this quote right here tells me that I would say, let's see, I put quotes around it here. let's see. Let's see. I would say this line appears to be said by a woman. Because women are most commonly associated with the word pretty. Okay. Okay, not that they are always associated with the word pretty, but they are most commonly associated with that word. Okay. You guys see where I'm coming from on that? Okay. So, okay. So now you've been talking in your sleep, things you never say to me, tell me that you've had enough of our love. So who's the speaker now? Has it changed, and how do you know? I've got you singing that song now. I know, right? Got you singing that song. I see, yeah, some of your heads are bopping back and forth like you're singing the song. So you think the guy is singing the song, this part now? So why do you think the guy is singing this part now? Is the guy singing this part now? Is this the guy or the girl still? Which one? Okay, I've got people going back and forth. So I don't have a consistent. That's not a real reason. So I need a consistent. All right, now I've got. Okay, so I've got more for the girl than I do for the guy. Okay. Well, I know that, but it's a song. I mean, even in country songs, when the boys are singing, they don't really say that stuff in real life, but it's a song. Girls don't say this stuff in real life either. I just have to tell you the truth. They don't. But okay, he's asking the way she feels. Okay. Is he asking the way she feels, or so I will tell you that it is still the girl talking. Okay. But why? So, but tell me, what proof do we have that it's still the girl talking? And not because that's how girls talk, because girls don't talk this way either. I just hate to tell you, they don't. I don't. I just ask the guy what his problem is. Just like I ask girls what their problems are. Okay, what did Maria say?
She was talking about, from what I think, she's pulling it from the talking in your sleep, the things you never say to me. So like the boy is never telling the girl like really what's in his mind.
Okay. So how guys never talk about their feelings. Is that what you're talking about, Maria? Okay. So there is so we have a perception that boys do not talk about their feelings. So this is the girl still speaking. Good. What else? Any other things that you want to add to that? So some other people still said it's the girl. So what else? What you said the girl. So why else would you say it's the girl? Not because she had to finish what she was saying. What else? Both of them? Okay. What would prove that it's both of them at this point? Well, but so she can say one person can talk about someone's love by saying our love. So why don't you care about our love? You know what I mean? So if you're talking to someone, you're saying, why don't you care about our love? The love that we share. Okay. But if you look here, the word me, tell me. So that's in first person. So when you're thinking about that stuff, you got to look at those pronouns. Okay. Is that a first, second, or third pronoun? First. So therefore they're talking about themselves, right? Themselves. Okay. Now to take a quick look before we go, before we leave for the day, if you look at this one, this one has a first person pronoun. This one also has what pronouns in it? What pronouns are you seeing in this stanza right here? We and our. And what does that mean? What pronouns are those? Are those first, second, or third? Second, which usually means, and they're talking about them together. So That probably means more than one person is talking in that one, yes? Okay. So I do have to let you all go though, because our time is up. So you will have to do the rest of this on your own. I know. The song is out there. You can listen to the song if you want to. It is available to you so that you know. I gotta take a picture of our screen so I know who is here today. And then make sure this is finished and this is what you're gonna do. So, and I will, and make sure that you follow the directions, okay? Pay attention to the pronouns that are on there and things like that. Make sure that you're answering these questions down here. Make sure that you're completing all of the information on this particular assignment, okay? And that you complete these two as well. All right, any questions? Yes, absolutely. Any questions? Very cool, Maria. Very cool. So third person pronouns are the, they, their, them. Those are third person pronouns. Any other questions before we go? Hello, little one over at Jessica's house. Hello. All right, y'all. I will see you all later. You all have a great one. I'll see you Friday. We're having class on Friday.